Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. He Bold and the Beautiful Wednesday, March 26 recap. Ridge breaks Brooke's heart. Carter finds comfort with Daphne. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B recap for Wednesday, March 26, reveals that Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K. broke Brooke Logan's, Catherine Kelly Lang, heart, while Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, found comfort with Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire. Here's how all Wednesday's B&B drama went down. In the Forrester design office, John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, showed up as Daphne and Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Missins Wood, were discussing Carter. After Finn got confirmation that everything had been squared away regarding the LLC, Steffi and Daphne complained about Hope Logan, Annika Noel, playing the victim. Once Daphne hinted about going to check on something, Steffi wondered if Daphne meant someone instead, and clearly suspected she was on her way to find Carter. At the cabin, Hope refused to buy the idea that Carter could convince the Forresters to restore her line. After Hope ranted about Carter's betrayal, she suggested it was easier for Steffi and the others to blame her instead of him. Since Carter stood by the Forrester family instead of walking out the door with her, Hope remained furious. Carter objected to Hope questioning his loyalty, but she brought up what happened with Daphne as proof that he wasn't so loyal after all. Although Carter wanted to tackle the latest Forrester aftermath together, he ultimately wondered if Hope no longer wanted him because he wasn't in a position to help her. Carter talked about emerging as Hope's knight in shining armor and getting kicked to the curb the second he did something she didn't like. Hope denied manipulating Carter and reminded him that the last time she got the boot at Forrester Creations, he said he wouldn't have let it happen if he'd been there. Now Carter had a front row seat to Hope's latest firing, and did nothing, so Hope insisted this was goodbye. Carter ultimately left and wound up looking glum in the design office, where Daphne approached him. Daphne got updates on how things went with Hope and said it was her loss. After Daphne praised Carter for doing the right thing, she admitted she couldn't go back to Paris since she'd never met a man like him before. Carter acknowledged that he was pretty messed up right now, but Daphne felt his heart was broken because he gave it to the wrong person. After Daphne made a prediction about Carter feeling free eventually, she insisted she was there for him and pulled him into a hug. While Hope cried and mulled over Carter memories at the cabin, Steffi talked to Finn about Brooke at the Cliff House. Although Steffi had concerns about Brooke making a play for Ridge, she hoped her dad would stay committed to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. In the main office at Forrester Creations, Taylor scoffed over Brooke's lack of class since she was making yet another reunion plea to Ridge. However, Brooke wanted to heal their relationship and once again pushed Ridge to come home. Ridge acknowledged that Brooke would always be his Logan and reflected on how they came back together in Rome. There was still love between them, but Ridge felt it was time to move on from the past and focus on the future. That meant Ridge was going to honor the commitment he made to Taylor, so he chose her and left Brooke in tears as she exited. Taylor had a few tears as well, though they were obviously happy ones since Ridge was standing by her. Ridge and Taylor fell into a warm embrace as they celebrated their love. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Ridge's next chapter could come with some surprises sooner or later, so stay tuned for all the romantic news ahead. Wednesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful served up a storm of emotions, with Ridge and Brooke's relationship reaching a breaking point, while Carter finds solace in the comforting arms of Daphne. The episode was a roller coaster ride of heartbreak, betrayal, and unexpected connections. Ridge and Brooke, a heartbreaking farewell. The tension between Ridge, Thorsten K., and Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, has been building for weeks, and on Wednesday, it finally exploded in a scene that will have fans reeling. The two have always shared a tumultuous love story, with intense highs and devastating lows. However, in this episode, Ridge made a painful decision to end their marriage for good, leaving Brooke shattered and devastated. Brooke, ever hopeful and steadfast in her belief that her love could heal any wounds, was left speechless as Ridge informed her that he was done. Ridge explained that he could no longer stand by her side, despite all of the love they had shared. His heart was now with Taylor, and he could not pretend that he still felt the same for Brooke. Ridge's words hit Brooke like a ton of bricks, and the pain in her eyes was the end of a marriage. It was the end of a dream, of a future she had hoped for with the man she loved. The emotional devastation was clear as Brooke tried to reason with Ridge, pleading with him to reconsider, to fight for their family. But Ridge, his heart conflicted and torn between his loyalty to Taylor, Krista Allen, and his lingering feelings for Brooke, stood firm. This moment was not only a blow to Brooke's heart, but to her self-worth. She had invested so much of herself into their relationship, and now it seemed all of that was for nothing. Brooke's tear-filled eyes reflected the heartbreak of a woman who had always been there for Ridge, through all the ups and downs, yet now found herself alone. Ridge's decision was final. Brooke was left broken-hearted and uncertain about what the future would hold. The scene was emotionally charged, with the chemistry between Ridge and Brooke undeniable, making the fallout all the more heart-wrenching. Carter and Daphne, an unexpected connection. While the storm of Ridge and Brooke's heartache took center stage, another story quietly unfolded in the background. Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, and Daphne, played by a guest star, named TBD, shared a surprising and tender moment, one that brought comfort amidst the chaos. Carter, as viewers know, has been through a lot recently. After his failed relationship with Quinn and his time spent working through the emotional wreckage of his past, Carter has struggled to find peace. His heartbreak over his past loves and personal setbacks have left him questioning his place in the world. However, this week, Carter found solace in an unlikely source. Daphne. Daphne, a woman who seemed to come from out of nowhere, was exactly what Carter needed in that moment, someone who could listen, comfort, and give him the space to grieve without judgment. Their connection was sweet, genuine, and filled with the promise of new beginnings. The pair shared a heartful conversation, where Carter opened up about his heartache, and Daphne shared some of her own struggles. Their mutual understanding created a powerful bond, and though it was clear that both were vulnerable in different ways, the chemistry between them was undeniable. The quiet intensity between them added an unexpected layer to the episode, offering a much-needed breath of fresh air amidst the drama surrounding Ridge and Brooke. As Carter and Daphne continued their conversation, it became clear that this relationship might blossom into something more than just a fleeting moment of comfort. The show has often shown Carter as a man who is deeply caring but unlucky in love, and his connection with Daphne offered a glimpse of hope for him. She seemed to be just the kind of person he needed to help him move forward from the hurt he had experienced. For Carter, finding solace in Daphne could represent a turning point in his life, offering him the emotional healing he so desperately needs. Daphne, too, seemed to find peace in their exchange. While it's unclear whether this relationship will turn into something long-term, the chemistry between the two characters was a much-needed breath of fresh air in the otherwise dramatic storyline. Brooke's journey ahead. As Ridge walked away, leaving Brooke in tears, viewers were left wondering what's next for her. Her entire identity has been so entwined with her love for Ridge, and now she must pick up the pieces of her broken heart. The future is uncertain for Brooke, but if history has shown us anything, she's a fighter. Expect Brooke to lean on her friends and family in the coming weeks, likely seeking solace in her daughters and perhaps even turning to old friends like Donna and Katie for support. She may even find herself getting closer to new allies, as her personal journey takes center stage. What's next for Carter? Carter's moment with Daphne was a turning point for him, and his future looks brighter, with potential romance on horizon. It's clear that his feelings for Quinn are still lingering, but Daphne has opened a new door for him. How will he reconcile his past with Quinn and explore this new possibility with Daphne? As always, the bold and the beautiful excels at keeping us guessing, and Carter's evolving story will be a compelling one to watch. The drama continues. In typical bold and the beautiful fashion, Wednesday's episode left viewers with more questions than answers. What will Ridge and Taylor's relationship look like moving forward? Will Brooke recover from this devastating blow? And what role will Daphne play in Carter's future? With emotions running high and characters at crossroads, the stage is set for more drama, heartbreak, and, perhaps, unexpected love. Ridge's decision to end his marriage with Brooke has set the stage for future conflicts, while Carter and Daphne's connection may just be the beginning of something new and unexpected.